In this video, we're going to show you how to replace the wheel bearings on your Honda Pilot. These are located in the rear of the vehicle and are part of the drivetrain and suspension. Once we've raised and supported the vehicle, we can remove the lug nuts with a 22mm. It's good to use a magnet tray. You don't want to kick these all around. We'll remove our axle nut with a 36mm. If your axle stub is stuck, you can go ahead and use a punch and a hammer to free it up. To remove the brake caliper, we have two 17mm bolts. After we remove our caliper, I'll be using a securing strap to make sure that it doesn't fall and put any tension on the hose. Now to remove our brake rotor, we need to remove the number 3 Phillips rotor screw. And we can remove our rotor. If you can, be cautious not to touch the surface of the rotor. Now we're looking at the back side of the knuckle. We have 4 17mm bolts to remove. With the rear bolts removed, we can remove our hub. Before installing our new hub, I'm just going to put a little anti-seize right on the ring that goes into the knuckle. You want to be cautious not to get it on the magnetic strip. Now we're going to clean up the bore of the knuckle with a little bit of brake cleaner. We're also going to put a little bit of anti-seize on the axle, but you don't want to get it on the threads. Now we can install our new hub, get it started on the axle, and then line up your bolt holes. We can go to the back side and install our hardware. Now we can install our hardware from the back side. To get the bolts to start threading in, you may need to move the hub around a little bit. Now we can snug these down. And we'll torque these to 72 foot-pounds. Before we install our rotor, we're going to just apply a little bit of anti-seize to the hub-centric ring of the hub. When you install your rotor, you want to make sure that your rotor screw is lined up with the hole in the rotor. Now we can install our rotor screw. And snug that down. Doesn't need to be too tight. Now we can go ahead and unstrap our caliper. As you bring your caliper down, you want to be cautious that you're not twisting the hose. We can reinstall our hardware. And we'll snug those down. And we'll torque these to 65 foot-pounds. We can go ahead and install our axle nut. We can snug that down. With a pry bar supporting the studs of the hub, we can go ahead and torque this to 181 foot-pounds. There's a small notch in the axle. We're going to just peen the nut down here so it can't back itself off. If you thread the first lug all the way in, it'll hold the wheel on for you. And we'll snug those down. We'll torque these in a star pattern to 94 foot-pounds with a 22 millimeter. Take your vehicle for a road test. If it drives okay and doesn't make any strange noises, you're all set.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.